It's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thanks again for joining us. Our guest is Carmen Trutanich. Mr. Trutanich is the city attorney for the city of Los Angeles. We thank you so much for joining us, Carmen. We know that the city of LA is a tremendous budget crisis, and as a result, your office has had to take a 30% budget cut.
Greater than 30%.
That's a lot of money.
It put in perspective, my predecessor enjoyed about $117 million budget, and I am presently net effective $77 million budget.
Now, the good news is overall we do see crime going down, which feels counter-cyclical. But still, to have a cut of over 30% in 1 year has got to be quite a challenge for a city attorney who came in with a lot of excitement 18 months ago.
Oh, it's just been, it's almost devastating, because we started with an 18% cut walking in the door. And we've had to make some changes in the office, and without reducing the services. I mean, one of the things we did was our reserve program. I saw this coming when about 3 or 4 months after I was in office, that, uh-oh, this is going to be something that's going to stick.
But let me ask you, what does this mean for you and me, and not the journalist, the city attorney, but as just Angelenos?
Okay, as an Angeleno, hopefully it means nothing. Okay, my goal is to make my goal is to make this a management issue and a asset allocation issue,
but how about,
and not a safety issue, because this is a public safety office.
But what are the risks?
Well, obviously the risks are, listen, how do you serve 10,000 police officers? Because that's what we do. A police officer can go out and make an arrest, but once they make that arrest, they can only hold a guy 48 hours. After that 48 hours is up, they have to release that person. If it's a domestic violence case or a drunk driver.
Unless they've been charged.
Unless they've been charged.
And much of the
70% of what LAPD does, 70% of their work comes through the city attorney's office. So as budgets begin to cut, you know, we've been lucky enough to make management changes in the office so that public safety hasn't been compromised. For example, we had early retirement. We lost 100 lawyers. 100 lawyers.
That's a lot. Out of
a staff of 650, we're down to about 490 lawyers. Okay, put it this way, I spoke with the chief deputy from 1982 yesterday. They had 350 lawyers back then. We have 490 now. The budget of LA has doubled since then, has doubled, and so has the population. What's
daunting is, as we look forward, the budget of the city is not looking much brighter.
Yes.
Maybe, hopefully I'm wrong.
You're right, it is. But you know, again, everything is a matter of management. We need, as a city, to define what our core functions are. Obviously, the first thing that we need to do is be safe in our homes. We need to be safe in our streets. And so public safety has to be the #1 concern. To that extent, when we lost those lawyers, you know, I'd also defend the treasury of the LA. I have over, you're gonna love this number. Ready?
Hit me.
I have over 2,700 civil cases pending, not to mention workers' comp, which is in excess of 7,000 cases.
You're the chief civil litigator.
Exactly, and that represents in excess of $2 billion in damage claims against the city, not including attorney's fees, injunctive relief, and punitive damage possibilities.
I got to ask you, as you know, Governor Brown is looking to realign some powers from Sacramento down to cities and counties. Would that impact the safety function of the city attorney's office?
It may very well be, because of the constraints on budget. Look at the people who are suing us are working full time, you know, trying to get their claims honored against the city, and we have to defend those claims. And we come in against some great lawyers. I'll tell you, at the end of the day, though, we put in over 102 volunteers full time, working full time for the city.
Keep punching. He's Carmen Trutanich. I'm Brad Pomerance. Back to HLN.